I have to say, post-cognition is amazing. Were you born with?
My forte is no ordinary superpower. It is a highly refined technique heightened through training.
So you weren't able to use it in the beginning?
I could, but initially, it was just ordinary psychometry. Since I was young, I would often get sudden glimpses of the past, as if I was experiencing a flashback. After a while, touching people or objects resulted in visions flowing through my mind. I only learned it was a form of psychometry after growing older. In the WDO, simply having psychometry as a trainee grants you preferential treatment. But I was not satisfied. I believed I could use this ability more effectively as a detective. And through painstaking effort and training, I gained this ability in 3 days.
3 days?
As I told you earlier, this ability can only see when a corpse is first discovered. It can't be used from the culprit or victim's viewpoint. It is only when a third party first witnesses a crime scene. There are conditions for my post-cognition to activate. First, I must be standing at the crime scene. This condition is absolutely required. I must also know the victim's name and face. That's why prior research is crucial. Lastly, post-cognition is only effective in a 10-meter radius around the body. At this time, I can only see the crime scene and the victim. I can't see any living things that were at the scene.
So if someone was hiding in the room, you wouldn't be able to see them?
No. My ability isn't so good at detecting people.
Still, this is incredibly effective in investigating murder.
Feel free to summon me whenever you need my help. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You're not gonna change your mind on that, I guess. That's...
But
a body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene, and it's so quiet. Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on. Which means it could be easily removed.
what are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think the vent is about 40 by 30. I knew it.
Yeah.
It's a man's corpse. His body is pinned against the wall. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him. Signs that he was strangled. The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
That's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death.
But
By the way, Nuna, did you notice the nail below the vent?
below the vent? Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Another reason? That's...
Yeah,
that's...
I see.
What a rich fragrance! How about a taste, Master?
Oh, there's a key in...
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was it's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room, Mr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just gotta hit this thing and it'll be good as new!
I was wondering if Fortes are so effective in investigation. For example, let's say someone has telekinesis.
Of course, it would be possible to abuse master detective powers. It's all a matter of how you use them. Some master detectives have turned to crime in the past. But as far as incidents in Kanai Ward, you won't have to worry about that possibility.
Why is that?
The entire city is closed off. There are no master detectives here, besides us.
Ah, so because there's no way for more master detectives to sneak in, they can't use their abilities to commit crimes.
You must assume that there is no such thing as a truly impossible crime, and interpret the case accordingly. This line of thinking will be necessary for the investigation we're undertaking.
That's very educational.
Are you sure? It's already uncomfortable to hold hands like this. I'd be happier if we made it quick. Are you sure you don't need to hurt? It's already uncomfortable to hold hands.
That's...
Well,
What does that mean? That's... The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in. But from the looks of it, there's no... I think that's about it.
that should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there. The building we're heading to is accessed through Ginma District. Let's hurry there.
Hey. Oh!
I get it. Oh,
But... Huh?
I'll boom kill you. Say, come on.
I'm... Well?
Let's solve this thing.
Yeah. Well?
Oh no.
Huh? I see.
Aw.
No.
Right. Say. Huh?
Thank you.
Hey,
That's true.
Well,
I see.
Ah,
come on.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, Master.
Well.
Oh! No.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What?
Well,
Nah. No, no.
Well,
huh?
Thanks a lot.
No. Yes, for now. And that's what happened.
Thank goodness. Thank you.
Well,
No.
huh? Oh,
But... There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
It's closed, as expected.
Are you sure?
Wait! Huh?
well,
It looks like...
I hope there aren't any ghosts around.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't...
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. He had no family. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go. The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Feels like a jump scare's coming up. Boo!
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition again here.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
Halara's hands are smaller and softer than I thought. Considering Halara's strength, I thought they would be bulkier.
Master, is holding hands all it takes to get you hot and heavy?
No. Though I am curious, is Halara a man or a woman?
What's wrong? Is something bothering you?
Not at all. I guess it'd be pretty rude to ask now.
Locked-room mysteries aren't uncommon among all. My question to you is, why do you think culprits create these locked-room mysteries? Correct. By cutting the space off from the outside, the murder is made to look as if the victim killed himself. However, the culprit of the Nailman killings doesn't seem to care about making it appear that way. So why make it out to be a locked-room mystery? I believe the reason lies in the mystical nature of the Nailman and how it bolsters the urban legend's legitimacy. It's locked for the sake of self-branding, making this a rather rare case.
I see.
Master, are you sure you get it?
I do! Maybe. Oh!
Beats me. Yeah.
Oh!
However,
the crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising. The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery. What does that mean?
it appears.
Oh!
Beats me.
I see.
It appears. Well,
That's true.
yeah.
That's right! That's right!
Very well.
Oh!
I'm...
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Let's check every nook and cranny.
Yeah.
I see.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall. Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed. Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls. Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose?
But it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper material.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this mark get here? There's a vent, but and it's also screwed shut from the inside.
Oh, what's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the vents, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
You're charging me for it?
I jest. The marks in the vent seem to be left by... Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do what you should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
I'm kidding, a headache. This is...
I'll...
The door here can only be locked with a key. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery. The master key was found in this room,
This is also similar to the locked...
but there is one difference. The key with
under the corpse. But we can't move the corpse in the...
post-cognition isn't all-powerful. But I have a crime scene photo taken back. No detail has slipped past my effort.
Right. Huh? What's this?
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be...
The peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries.
That's true.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Yeah, okay. But why a sketch? How can it also... What was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute. That's...
You seem more interested in chit-chatting than the... You need to focus.
That's true.
It appears.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks, but even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck.
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
The victim is a well-built man. The corpse here is also covered in nails.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate, but along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels, now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the... Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor. But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as...
That's not the only unnatural thing. The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways. But the upper torso wounds are bleeding vertically down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
That's disturbing.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve...
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next up is our last crime scene.
Wait!
The next one is the art gallery in Gima district.
Right. The chief's... This is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
But wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
Did you say something?
That's our Halora!
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please! Oh!
Well,
What is it?
Sorry. Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
We're going in.
We're like a couple of thugs or something. Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshiper. And he did say he was following the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the body of the victim inside it. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
ooh, another locked room mystery! That's for total! But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating.
Yeah, sounds good.
Maybe.
Oh!
There are 2 keys that open this door. The other one was owned by a member. That staff member always carried the extra key.
Where was the key found?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office. But maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Either way, the culprit managed to...
One key was in the storage room. If the culprit is that staff member,
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first...
I guess you would.
Countered!
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming. I see. I've been wondering, did the culprit, if so,
It's unwise to make up your mind before It may have been like this before the murder. Or
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented.
Be quiet. This is...
That's... Well...
Yeah.
That place is suspicious.
Oh!
It appears.
I'll...
Oh!
I see.
Oh!
But...
There's a nail stuck in a painting. The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on doll? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal. The only way in or out...
The window jets out and is used as a vent. It does...
Currently, it opens outward slightly. There are no other suspicious traces on it. This is...
I'm...
This is...
That's...
A large painting lies... One nail goes through the head, but the nail in the chest also passed through this... Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting? If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key...
Well, that's what makes it a locked room,
And I need to find out...
Yo! Check, check!
It appears.
This is...
What?
No.
Yeah.
By the way, Halara,
I will not accept any requests to reduce your fee.
that's not what I was going to ask. About your post-cognition, what were you able to see before you specialized it as your forte for investigating crime scenes?
What is the point of this question?
Well, I was wondering if you could use your ability to look at my past.
You want to see your lost memories like that? That's against the rules. Nope.
The fact of the matter is, even if I could see your past, the information would not be of any use to you.
Huh? Why's that?
Psychometry doesn't allow me to pick and choose what to perceive. Rather, I can only see fragments flash by. I cannot consciously access desired information. It's why I trained at the WDO to develop it into a forte specialized for investigations.
Any piece of information would be valuable to me. If I can get even a little piece of my memory.
If you insist, I'll consider it once this investigation is done. How about 100,000 Xian per use?
Let's discuss it later. That sounded cheap to me somehow. My sense of money is getting all messed up.
Well done, Helora!
This is the last locked room mystery.
Oh!
Beats me.
The corpse of a young woman.
The victim's name is Isomoe. She used the amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And,
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep. This may be the real cause of death. That should be enough.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window. It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
Outside the window?
Very well.
It's fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself. And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Helora is right. This is something I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe Helora's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even so, I think it's...
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
I know, but...
What are you mumbling about? Did you check the window?
Oh, right!
Outside the window? Could that have anything to do with the locked room?
I wonder what Helora discovered.
You know, I think Helora is just having fun pushing you around.
I hope that's not the case.
Let's rest! Actually,
Maybe...
anyway,
Yeah. Here's the window.
Well, see anything strange?
No, nothing's...
I see.
What? Between the gap?
Just try it.
Okay. I can't. I can't. I can stick a finger in, but...
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh? Are you sure?
Did you not?
No, not at all.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Huh? I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
Wait! I'm... I'm a detective. Well, I'm still a trainee, technically.
Uh-oh. You sure it's a good idea to reveal yourself like that?
I'm investigating as a detective. I've done nothing to be ashamed of.
Huh? A detective?
You don't know what a detective is?
I guess detectives aren't that big in Conai Ward. Must be because our fuzzhead chief is lazy.
Well...
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Huh? Oh, right.
Hey, Halara. Are you...
I've told you before that deception is necessary to... By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something... Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Perfect. Describe the events for us.
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation...
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure.
All right.
Now, please tell us what...
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery. So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the mailman. I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look. The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had. But I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind. And then there was a corpse.
Did you touch the body?
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Are you positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
Yes, but the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door. And paint spilled all over the floor.
So that paint was from back then?
Okay, I get the picture.
Oh.
That brings all the information together. It's time to resolve the case.
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is approaching. You hurry back to the detective agency.
Huh? What about you?
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
And gone. What are you gonna do, Master? We've checked everything we can. All that's left is to point out the true culprit, but...
If only it were that easy. Aw, I have no clue what to do.
Stop being so pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
Oh, right! We need to help him! I need to hurry back before the chief gets executed!
Right, let's hurry! I want to know how they'll execute him, too. Hey, that's not where you should be going right now. Aww.
No. Not this way.
Come on, let's go! Go, go, go! You better hurry, or Fuzzhead will really be in danger!
What do I do?
Then,
I need to hurry. Hey!
Alara seems to know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on! Where's your competitive spirit? You might be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then. Besides, you're out of time anyway. Take him away.
Wait!
Whoa, Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
And you are.
I was the one investigating the mailman murders.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident. You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action. That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being. Please?
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still.
Please! Get my dad back from them! Please!
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now. The Neilman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth.
Huh?
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
But
Please, wait! Before you go, please listen to what I've discovered while investigating the past Neilman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death. All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now. My investigation is legitimate. Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Huh?
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
What? Wait, please listen to me!
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right! Halara! Please help! Halara Nightmare!
It appears you require the aid of a great detective.
Halara, you came for me!
Yeah, as I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to you.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
So that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the... Now I have to point them...
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? There's no room to mess up here.
What do I do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's...
Yeah, I don't think so. Laura seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's effort.
Huh. If you can't ask Halara for help, what?
You mean...
The Peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours we have the information we need from the investigation. All the...
But if I...
There's always a price to pay. But as a price, the source that created the
Which means...
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's all... Do you want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you...
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed.
Well, you better hurry.
Fine.
That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
What? What's this? Has time stopped?
Halara, how are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Shinigami, Halara's in here too.
Not so.
You knew this would happen?
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't like some one-way street. You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well. Halara here ended up wandering into the Mystery Labyrinth because of that effect, I think.
You're not even sure?
Who are you?
This'll take too long to explain, plus I don't feel like it. So I'll take that all over the Master! Down the rabbit hole we go!
Where am I?
What should I do? I'll need to...
We don't have much of a choice now.
Halara? Let me explain. And that's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte. I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this. Who are you?
To be honest,
Before you continue, tell me,
her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the mystery labyrinth.
That's me! I'm also Master Scaracute Mentor.
on to my next question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
The Nailman?
You don't remember? There was a...
I do remember you received a request from a child about the cost for hiring me was $5 million.
You remember the...
But I can't remember what the case involved. My mind is clouded.
Could that be...
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth.
Yep, totally not strange at all.
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people...
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Supporting?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your...
That means we can't rely on her. That's unfortunate, but...
Hey, Master, before we... Let's do that thing.
Huh?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah. I am.
This world is just full of surprises. I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies interfering with your...
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too. That was a lot. Here you go.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
Sorry, please, don't mind her.
All right, we're all set. Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the...
I understand that progressing through this but what happens to us?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind. Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth. In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
Now relax, quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Halara?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
You're taking this awfully well, Halara.
dots?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes. I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh,
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
if the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
First off,
Let's solve this thing! Are you going to the 4th locked room?
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost died. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
the 4th locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the mailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes, left.
Hence the nailman. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Hey! If this is a locked room... Oh no! Master! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey! Huh?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
I'm surprised you're so calm after seeing that. Given how it was locked from the inside,
That's it. They...
here! It has to be here! The culprit must have escaped.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, it was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way!
Right, let's...
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Is he that peacekeeper?
It's a mystery, Phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here, this high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help!
Hey, don't drag me down with you!
We can't leave a guest behind, Hallara! It would be downright unmannerly! It's so simple! This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Yuma, the Mystery Labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so!
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Master, concentrate!
Must be it!
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
Oh, I can't dodge it! Oh, I can't dodge it! Oh, I can't dodge it! Oh, I can't dodge it!
The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails have been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window, unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you!
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
There's no way I can dodge it!
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
Ow! We're alive, I think.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money.
Well, it was.
Come on, are you gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get...
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape. The details of the case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the...
That's right. It didn't concern me at the... The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed... And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbs down the...
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom... It would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. That doesn't change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom! Kill the mystery phantom blocking your path!
Yeah!
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
Say!
Right.
These deductions of yours... are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The watchmaker was also at the sea. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room. These deductions of yours are
unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene.
And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
This is the truth!
The watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up, so it's impossible for him to have committed the crime.
Damn me!
You said these mystery phantoms try to... Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is...
I don't know why, but it's clear that...
Perhaps it is connected to... All the more reason to...
Jeez, who...
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues in Mystery Phantom?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because you may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just so no.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have. Let's return to the. Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit.
Halara, during the investigation, I think I understand that rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
You know,
Well,
I see.
wow!
hey! Check it out! A new solution key!
We're back to the original spot.
So, we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each, which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case.
You learn fast.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Let's see.
Hey,
Not bad at all. The third locked room was a murder that happened. Pictures and paint were scattered all around the if you think you're up for it.
Are you going to the third locked room?
Did we get stuck inside a locked room?
This was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper at the time of discovery. The door, aside from the door, it opens just enough to fit a finger in. How did the culprit... Here. I think the culprit could have only escaped from here.
Nothing's happening.
No, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. I'm sure the culprit had the key and...
the culprit just used a copy of the key? Would that really be...
Well, there are only 2 keys to this. I learned that thanks...
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee, and the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting. So, it is a locked room mystery!
I see. Hey, Yuma. Can you go check outside of that window?
Oh.
Before?
Yeah. You made me do the same thing in the real world when...
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed.
Huh? Wait.
You How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Oh, it unlocked.
All right,
Come on.
Well...
already checked this and...
Halara told me to check it twice.
Hey! Maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That way, well... Up.
Is this the...
Which means... This one's a freebie! I was right! Just toss...
The culprit's through? Is that really the right answer?
Master! Hurry up and throw the key!
This is the answer! Oh, it's still coming down!
Master! Hurry up and throw the key! Your footing's crumbling away! You're gonna fall!
That's the right answer?
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key was found inside, right?
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we... The key was nailed to a painting.
Oh, right. But if the culprit didn't throw it in there, how is the key left in the room?
If you can't nail the key after throwing it...
You're back. The key vanished.
The key is in my hand.
Master! You got the doll and nail!
I see. So you're supposed to recreate the lock. Try it out. Doing so will...
Yeah, I'm good.
Good luck, You gotta think like the culprit, Master! Blood place is suspicious. You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Use everything you know, all that's left. There are a few things you have to do, but first, wasn't the doll you just obtained you... There are a few... Wasn't the...
All right, first, take the painting. The culprit nailed the... Next, both were stood up at a certain location. The painting was stood up facing the window. Now the part with the pierced doll is right next to the window. After that... Then the culprit went outside. The door was locked, and they went to the other side of the storage room. I can see the painting and doll through the window, but I can barely fit my hand through the gap.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then... The culprit nailed the key to the... Finally... I pushed the painting into the room. It completes the locked room mystery! This is how the culprit did it!
It took some time, but you've reached the truth.
Throwing the key through the window would be so to mislead us into thinking that was impossible, the key was nailed to a painting which was then pushed over.
It's one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Seriously? Only wait. You mean...
What is it?
Oh!
Well? Hey! Who's gonna open this one? We should let the meanest one of us open it.
How would you decide that?
Like this! I'm the meanest! Let's check out this treasure! Huh?
What's wrong?
It's empty!
Huh? Why? After all...
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring...
That's terrible.
We can't call it quits. All right, let's keep going and solve the remaining... The second locked room mystery. A corpse was inside the study. If you think you're up for it.
Are you going to the second one?
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other Nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room or we're not leaving.
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse and the only key was there are no windows that could have been used to escape. So how... Here! This has to be the spot! To leave the room, the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another end.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, How did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room,
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now. Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. You can do it.
Yes.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped. But nothing happened.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right...
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw... I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room.
Halara, have you already solved the
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? But how do you...
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So,
At least give me a heads up first.
it says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand.
Cool.
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must...
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell. So, I'll help you out.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master! Let's work together as a team! You can do. Tick tock, tick tock. Went wrong. That's not it. Wrong.
This has to be the spot. To leave the room, the culprit...
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Oh, hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now. Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes, I'll try.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they manage to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped.
Try to solve it, That's right! Great!
They're a sturdy and thin string like a fishing line.
You would think a tiny string could move a whole corpse.
There he is again! That rude and...
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor. Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too? Huh?
The truth is slipping further.
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first.
Yeah.
Your deduction is wrong. Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
I'll slash through this mystery. No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's... What? What's this?
Gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just...
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Laura!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved? That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all...
The bloods? If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be...
Master, we gotta chase after the door. It's getting further away.
Hey, wait!
I won't let you!
Right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down. string I mentioned before was thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it. The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor.
It appears this locked room mystery will
Huh? When did that happen?
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit. Master, you know the answer.
Right.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Maybe you got the order wrong. First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a sturdy Maybe you got the order first.
After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place. That's it! It passed through a doll's eye! And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
No, there's no need for the line. You proved that yourself already.
Right. The line was then passed around. Here, behind the neck. The line... Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why pull the line through the doll first? Can't you just start by...
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
There are 3 points with signs of wear from the line. Think it over one more time. There are 3. Think it over. There are 3. Think it over one.
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next... The culprit exited through the door and locked... The key was thrown through the... If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to The corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the line.
Hooray!
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body, but the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
Except...
Hey! Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open, which is me, of course?
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it. Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it. Let's solve the rest.
Right!
The first locked room happened 6 months ago, and an old geezer was nailed to the wall. And if you think you're up for it...
Are you going to the first?
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then... trapped in a cramped room with these two! Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and...
Yeah. This is where I used Halara's Forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Those are most suspicious.
Here! I know! What about the vent?
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the 4 corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
How ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent?
Master! Poking full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course!
What does that mean?
the vent? That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed.
Then...
How would Chris used the vent? That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no foothold to use to reach it.
I'll slash through this mystery! Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as the weight caused the nails to bend.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my postcognition?
Yeah. Without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
The Mystery Labyrinth. I must ask, is there no way to...
You mean like an emergency exit?
An emergency exit, huh?
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
And that is...
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
God. That's...
There it is! So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, oh, that's me! Alright, another solution key.
Looks like another clue leading us...
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, and given the size of the vent...
So the culprit must be thin.
Keep it up, Master. That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team.
Well, what do we do from here? I see. The way forward. Now let's go.
Right.
Again, I gotta ask.
This place is creepy.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
Yes. Is this some dungeon?
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
Wow, they're all here.
So now we must pick out the
true...
Yuma, you solve all the locked room. You should have all the clues and evidence you need. To be honest, when I first met you. But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you. With your logic, anything is possible.
All right, I'll try.
Ooh, somebody's guilty. My heart's pounding.
I'm not the nail man.
I'm not the culprit!
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the nail man.
How can I be the nail man? Huh?
Considering all the evidence gathered so far...
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the culprit!
The culprit is you, Father.
What? That's an absolutely...
ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit? That's impossible. How dare you spew such nonsense?
Right! Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I lead?
It's not a baseless accusation.
Master, you're acting like a...
I'm a man of the cloth. Don't be like this. It's total blasphemy. I am not the nailman. That's it! The first one to discover the bodies. The mailman is the worshiper!
Say,
Yeah.
I'm a man of the cloth. Don't be like this. It's total blasphemy. I am not the nailman. man of the cloth. This total blasphemy! I am not the mailman. That's it! The first one jumps over the bodies. The mailman is the worshiper!
This is the truth!
The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only the worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no longer a suspect.
Shut up! Shut up! Ridiculous! A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit! There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Speaking...
A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
I'll slash through this mystery.
Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility. Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
No! Absolute... The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes. It's not like she's afraid of heights. She used the nails to climb. And you know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God. It's clear she's the ruthless soul.
Say.
Except...
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes. It's not like she's afraid of heights.
She used the nails to climb.
And you know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God. It's clear she's the ruthless soul.
But...
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
But...
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
This is the truth!
In the mansion study's locked room, the culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with her dominant hand injured. The nun couldn't have done that, which means she's not the culprit. It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. Father, it's you.
Hey! Say something quick! Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well...
You're useless. I am a priest in service to God! I am not the Nail Man!
What god would make you this ugly?
All your proof is nothing but fantasy! You don't have a single piece of hard evidence!
Hard evidence?
But Master, you did—
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. I don't know.
What?
A detective must always Listen. A detective isn't an arbiter of justice.
What do you mean?
In short, you must get them to confess. Don't hesitate to use anything that might— Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution.
A bluff? In other words, but what could I use as a bluff?
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any? Proof! Culprit. Did you find my fingerprints?
Yeah.
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any proof, culprit? Did you find my fingerprints? Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence!
This is the truth!
You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, they perfectly match your—
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator!
You gave yourself away.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God.
Looks like it worked.
Thanks.
Karnai Ward is rotten to the core. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harmed others. That's why the people asked the Nailmen to kill them. Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead. War is awesome!
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. And anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it fine? Huh, nothing's happened.
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Huh?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within the—
But we solved. Was I wrong?
Calm down, Yuma. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's
meaning the Nailman.
You mean
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, no mystery concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
Oh. All right.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective. Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
Different.
Master, I get the feeling you want my—
Huh?
Oh, fine. Okay, Master, lay it all out. Are you just gonna leave me here? Tick tock, tick tock.
This is it.
No, that has nothing.
Yeah.
That's right! Set up! That's right!
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma. Here's another obstacle. Yuma,
Right!
Right here!
The strangulation was faked, to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the Nailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree. Among the string of Nailman killings, there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains. Even so, who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed. We need to uncover...
All right.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
No, it's not me.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
You're accusing me...
You're...
No, it's not me.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the Nailman, and even cooperated with your investigation. And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth! Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the Nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
I knew it.
But
why accuse me of... being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the Nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
I knew it.
say,
In that case,
why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the Nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah? And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat! Anyone could have done it! I'll slash through this mystery!
the cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the Nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the Nailman himself, the Peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you! You could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
Master, after him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
The what?
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit is rather cliché.
He was always suspicious, but because the real Nailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the Nailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else. Ultimately, he became the Nailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! My radar is banging like crazy!
Banging?
I won't let you! You have the truth!
Looks like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth. Master, don't let your guard down.
Yeah.
Let's do this, Master!
You will never destroy this port! Damn you! Stop it! Shut up! Damn this! Stop with your lies! Everything was done by the Nailman! I'm not the culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof! You didn't even check the crime scenes back then! You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Thanks to Halaris Forte, we were able to see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Time to end him!
Wrong! Shut up! Stop it! Get away from David! Why you? Get away from me! Get away! Get away! Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene! No clue will help lead you to the culprit! You're never gonna find the culprit! What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered!
Halaris post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halaris post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery's staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit.
This is the truth of the case.
Step right up, step right up! A series of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nailman? Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the Nailman is first. The Nailman is an urban legend of Conaiwar. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nailman will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki District.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. The proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward!
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma District.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
Fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You've got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails on the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Ginma District.
The skank's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Conaiwar.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killing shared one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the mailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And a clergy member with access to the incinerator.
The priest! You're the mailman!
The copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the...
The worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
This is the truth of the case!
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this far thanks to you.
I only kept my part of the deal. You made the right choice hiring, but I will say one thing. That much is certain. I, Halara Nightmare, acknowledge you.
Really, Halara?
All right, all eyes on Shinigami.
What's about to happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious? It's the moment we've all been waiting for! Time to boom kill the bad guy! Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Down to all deplorables! Through into the vile mystery labyrinth!
Father? Are you all right?
What's going on? What happened to those two?
There's no pulse. They're dead!
Dead? What?
What is this?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
The The mystery labyrinth crumbles when you reap the soul of the true. Then, the cause of the mystery labyrinth's creation pays the price by. I knew this would happen. But it's like. I did kill them. I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
There. Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat. These were the souls of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat that if you look at it that way.
It's not so simple.
Did you people do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Hey, hold on. I have no idea what's going on. Too much is happening all at once.
We shall talk at headquarters.
Is it just me, or are things more complicated now than...
Oh, you want help? Oh, fine. I can't say no.
Everyone!
Ah! He came back to life!
Sorry about that! You see, I'm actually the nail. These are my final words, so I can't lie. I'm the nailman. The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check it out. Thanks!
I didn't know you could do that. But that was a super lazy confession.
That should do it. We even have witnesses, so...
Priests mumbled something. Anyway, everyone here will be taken to...
What?
It wasn't effective at all.
You're so stubborn. This is...
What do we do?
Wait, I hear something.
Huh?
A motorbike. Some...
Where is that coming from?
No. What are you doing here?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Hellsmile.
Peacekeeper's director?
So he is the head of the Peacekeeper.
Now you know, small fry. Bow down.
What are you...
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers, Martina Electro.
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
What's with him?
Master, be careful.
Huh?
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
He's that...
So, what brings you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely forgot.
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help. I hear you've been troubled by Seth's unreasonable treatment.
Huh?
Director Yomi, what is going on here? Why am I...
We have discovered you've been receiving sizable kickbacks for facilitating donations meant for the church. We now know why you were so desperate to clean up all the Nailman killings. After all, it would be troublesome to lose access to all that money if the priest was arrested as the Nailman.
Wait, please. Director Yomi, I did this under your orders.
Did you say something? Because I didn't hear a thing.
I only did this because you ordered me to.
Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission, and yet you let yourself be corrupted. How could you, Seth? For the sake of the peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward, die.
Taking advantage of your position as a peacekeeper executive is a serious crime. The punishment must be severe.
But... Yeah, I'm annoyed my own underling would betray me like this. I'm so annoyed, I'd go insane if I didn't toy around with my beloved right hand.
It's an honor.
He's terrible. Like a lizard.
Someone like him is in charge of the Peacekeepers?
Don't look him in the eyes. Don't talk to him either. If possible, don't even breathe the same air as him. Though it...
Well then. To our shit-for-brains friends playing detective. Looks like I have to give you a warning. Know your place in my city and stay there. Follow the rules and don't disturb our peace. Or I'll need you to die!
In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the Peacekeepers itself. Defying us means you defy law and order. You will receive fitting treatment for such behavior.
Before, you were insignificant specks of dust. But now that you've banded together, you've become an eyesore. Detectives, my ass. Shits.
Wow. That's not very nice.
Let's go, my beloved right hand.
Yes, Director Yomi.
Looks like we've been targeted by someone dangerous.
Yeah, thanks to you! One wrong move and it would have been all over!
I'm sorry, but...
No buts! None! How did this happen anyway?
Laura, help me out. You said you acknowledged me.
What? When did I say that?
Huh?
It's such a shame, Master. Everything that...
What?
Helara's memory must have been wiped after entering and leaving the labyrinth. Nothing inside the mystery labyrinth can be taken into the real world. Unless you have a contract with yours truly.
What? I thought Halara and I had...
Memories from up until you enter the mystery labyrinth are retained. Like the debt you owe for your assignment.
That's awful!
Hey, Yuma? Are you listening? You better make sure this doesn't happen again.
By the way, Chief, our submarine office is tipping over. Are you...
What? Serious? I have to go back and... Yuma, help me out! Follow me!
Yuma, it was supposed to be time for your solution, but we've ended up in a mess.
Huh? Yeah.
Before they could be accused, the true culprit suddenly died. It's my first time dealing with such a thing. Still, I do remember this. You did your absolute best to try and solve the case.
Huh?
You should be proud.
Oh, Laura.
Look, the Chief is calling for you. You should go.
Right. Thank you.
Serious? A Peacekeeper executive was taking bribes from the church?
If Director Yomi said so, it would be considered the truth, even if it isn't.
What about the priest being the new...
It's going to be publicly announced. It appears the priest's strong desire to save up. He saw people wishing for revenge as they hammered those. That was the motive, though it...
So, what about the...
You mean the cop?
That one was already publicized as well. They say the copycat did it.
And in the end, he felt so much guilt that he poisoned himself?
That sure didn't look like death by poison to me.
It's me! I did it along with that detective kneeling in penitence over there.
It would make more sense to assume Yomi killed them somehow. Especially when you consider the timing. He'd do it without...
Yomi Hellsmile.
The director of...
I heard he rode in on a dragon.
No, it was a motorcycle.
From what I've investigated, the Peacekeeper's influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation. There's some sort of power struggle going on. Seems like they're getting their way internally. I hear that their boss, Yomi, is extraordinarily dangerous.
Extraordinary. So he is very normal?
It's only a matter of time until the Peacekeepers gain complete control of the corporation. When that happens, they might outright attack the World Detective Organization.
Perhaps the WDO made its move because they saw the warning signs. If that's the case, it could have something to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Nailman.
Sheesh,
Didn't I tell you that from...
We have to obey directives from number 1.
Well, we got some very talented master detectives. So much. No, Yuma, you can take a seat now.
My legs feel numb.
Don't stick your neck out recklessly from now on, for everyone's sake. Got it?
Got it.
Hey, we worked super hard. Oh wait, but I can't die.
Do we have a visitor? Yuma, can you go get it?
Sure.
Oh.
Yuma.
Oh!
Hey.
What do I do?
I don't work for cheap.
Yes.
I see.
Maybe.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh, it's...
My dad is back safe at home! It's all thanks to you! Thank you for helping us!
No, I just... Well, I'm happy for you.
Aw, look at you getting thanked. You were on your knees just a moment ago.
Be quiet.
Oh!
What is it?
Did someone else die or something?
Will you play catch with me?
Huh? Catch? Actually... The unending rain. My memories still seem like faraway raindrops. My hands still have yet to grasp a single thing. I'm still lost. Is it all right for me to be here? But with the worn baseball gripped in my hand, my heart somehow feels lighter. Why I wanted to be a detective. It could have been for the sake of something so small that it fits in my hand. Maybe I should give myself credit for this small realization. So, for just a bit longer, I think I'll keep pretending to be a detective. Unpainted faces in uniform by the window. This isn't the real me. hand reaches out and misses the stars grazing off dusk. In the shadow of the school after class lies the remnants of everything someone has lost.
Good morning, everyone! Oh. Chief, you look so clean-cut today. You look just like Halara.
That is Halara. How could you mistake the two of them?
Oh, you're right. What a wonderful surprise.
The chief was gone by the time I got here. It's way past our meeting time.
What is that old man doing? He always nags others when they're late.
The chief suddenly went missing. His chopped up corpse will be shipped here in a cardboard.
That's horrible. I wonder what happened to Chief Yako.
No.